Human brain loves to seek pleasures and avoid pain. This very universal law not only governing human but also every animal on this planet. It gives us pleasure when we are eating and mating. It helps with survival and reproduction of our species. Imagine we don't have the fear of height, fear of spiders, we will all be dead and wouldn't be living. If our body is not efficient at storing fat, we would die millions of years ago. The natural programming of human brain works well in the ancient time. It's becoming a problem with modern civilization with many man-made substances such as alcohol, smoking, and many types of processed food. By having too much man-made happiness, people stop doing anything else except the substance that makes them happy. Addiction, impulsive behaviors, not getting what we want, can't get rid of what we don't want, sickness, aging and the eventual death are all becoming a massive ocean of misery. Throughout history, the rich, the power, the famous had attempted to use their money and power to beat this simple program, seeking the eternal pleasure. All failed. Some even decided to kill themselves, leaving us the poor and the untalented. Why? Why would such a famous, handsome and rich person kill himself? Shouldn't he have a lot more happiness to continue living? A few lucky saintly people in history discovered meditation can hack this natural law of pleasure seeking and pain avoidance. Meditation by itself is to seek pain. You get numbness in the legs, pain in the shoulder, lower back, etc. That's on the physical level. No matter what sensation come to you, your goal is to maintain your calmness and not move your body. Continue observe your breathing. Internally, all kinds of emotion would come to you. Your cravings, your fears, your angers, your addictions, your repressed memories. Everything will come out and makes you want to scream, cry, jumping up and down, throwing punches in the air, but once again your goal is to maintain your peacefulness and continue with your 60 minutes meditation. Neither your physical body or emotional body should move during the 60 minutes training. Saintly people discovered that after this training twice per day, they begin to come out this ocean of misery. First is the addiction to substances. No longer, it's necessary to keep using the substance just to feel normal. The cravings, the aversions, all gone. They began to experience more joy, compassion and peacefulness. Impulsive behaviors disappear. Pain is still there but not suffering. They see reality as it is. They realize everything is transient. They began to share their experience with their community. There were writing, teaching and some people began to follow the practice. Meditation is universal, scientific and anybody can get the same results if they just put in the time to experiment. This transformed brain can be more productive, creative and better at everything. Our mind is like a wild elephant. With proper training, this elephant can become a powerful force. Do not hesitate, begin meditation today. It's very much like eating your meal. Nobody can do the eating for you and you get the nutrition. You must do the meditation on your own to get the benefit. According to yoga philosophy, the internal organ consists of the mind, intellect, memory, emotions, ego, I-ness. When you practice meditation, mind will be silent and you will have clearer thinking, more understanding, be more intuitive which will help you a lot in decision-making process. The scriptures resembles the memory to the sand at the bottom of the sea. If the mind sea is silent and serene, the memory sand will be set and not blur the mind water, you will be able to see the bottom of the sea crystal clear. However, if the mind sea is full of waves, it will churn the memory sand and it will be impossible to see the bottom of the sea. That means it is the mind thoughts that churn the ocean and mix the sand with water blurring vision. If the mind is silent and not producing many thoughts, the sand will be set at the bottom of the sea. Let's see how the internal organ works. When the sense organs detect an object outside, it brings this to the attention to the mind. The mind brings a thought, I see this, and asks the help of the memory to know whether the object is known or not, liked or not in the past. When the object is recognized, the intellect labels the current object, triggers an emotion about it and this emotion and labeling results as a reaction to the outside world. Also the memory can bring the thoughts to the mind without the help of the outside world, for if anything saved in the memory comes to the surface, the mind starts producing thoughts to which the intellect gives the signal to label and to produce an emotion about it again. When an emotion is developed, the disturbed mind continues producing more thoughts, by taking more supportive evidences from the memory, and that intensifies the emotions. It is a vicious cycle. It is important to note that the person gives the same reaction when somebody says him something harsh once, or when the same person remembers the same scene over and over again as a mental image. How to break this cycle? Nobody wants to shut down the sense organs or to have memory loss. But if I can control the production of thoughts with the help of focused mind on a single object, it will not respond to every information that comes to light from memory or from the sense organs, and I will break this cycle. Just like when a bunch of memory sands mix with mind water from time to time, our intellect will still be able to make the right choice. Focusing will decrease the number of waves and make the mind water serene. Please note that some people by their nature know how to direct their focus on their selected objects. Some other people need to develop that ability by practicing dharana, focusing. Meditation dhyana is a state that comes after dharana, in which the mind is silent but alert, without any confusions or flux of thoughts.